the pumpkin patch. The air hung thick and sweet with the scent of decaying pumpkins. A chill, deeper than the autumn air, settled over the abandoned pumpkin patch as dusk bled into night. Teenagers Jake, Emily, and Ben, fueled by bravado and cheap beer, had dared each other to venture into the patch after dark. Locals whispered that Old Man Hemlock, the patch's reclusive owner, practiced dark magic, and that the pumpkins themselves held trapped souls. "This is stupid," Emily muttered, her voice barely audible above the rustling of dry corn stalks. Jake, ever the skeptic, scoffed. "Relax, Emma. It's just a story." Ben, however, felt a prickle of unease. The grinning jack-o'-lanterns lining the path seemed to follow them with their hollow eyes. As they ventured deeper, the carved pumpkins grew more grotesque, their smiles twisted into menacing sneers, their eyes burning with an unnatural inner light. Suddenly, a low chanting echoed through the patch, growing louder with each step. The ground beneath their feet began to tremble. Ben stopped dead in his tracks. "Did you hear that, Jake?" His bravado faltering, strained his ears. "It's just the wind," he said, though his voice lacked conviction. Then, the pumpkins began to move. Slowly at first, rocking back and forth, then faster and faster, their carved faces contorting in silent screams. The chanting intensified, and the ground vibrated violently. Emily screamed, pointing to a figure emerging from the shadows. It was Old Man Hemlock, his eyes glowing with an eerie green light, his hands raised in a strange invocation. Around him, the pumpkins levitated, spinning in a dizzying vortex. Terror seized the teenagers. They turned to flee, but the path was blocked by a wall of swirling pumpkins, their carved faces leering, their hollow eyes burning into their souls. Jake, desperate, grabbed a rotting pumpkin and hurled it at Hemlock. It shattered against the old man's chest, not with a thud, but with a sickening squelch. Hemlock didn't flinch. Instead, he let out a chilling laugh that echoed through the patch. The ground beneath the teenagers' feet gave way, and they plunged into darkness. The last thing they saw were the grinning faces of the pumpkins, their hollow eyes glowing with triumphant malevolence as the chanting reached a crescendo, and the earth swallowed them whole. The next morning, the pumpkin patch was silent, the carved faces serene under the pale sunlight. Only a faint, sweet scent of decay lingered in the air, a testament to the teenagers who dared to disturb the harvest of souls.